Hi everyone, I'm Veronika Krauskova and I am a product owner for interfaces in Allplan. I have originally architecture background, which is a field where is needed cooperation and of course data exchange. Currently looking at the topic from the side of information management and using my architecture knowledge to make these processes efficient. So advanced information exchange. What does it actually mean? Well, we can think from the opposite point of the view, where all unmanaged information exchange could be related to a box of chocolates, and you never know what you are going to get. And that is, of course, a state where nobody wants to be. So what we can do about it, first of all, is how to achieve that information. The right information from the right project or right version of the project with right timing, and to avoid information loss or error. For that, it's the best to have proof of data quality, and those could be standards on which is Building Smart as International Alliance for Interoperability working. Because this organization cares about fluent workflows and certain level of the information quality for exchange. This is always challenging to transfer easily information from one software environment to another, and as much smooth as possible. But this is, in the end, the idea of openBIM standards for the fluent cooperation. There are, of course, more challenges or expectations, and one of them expands literally with every year. It is the demand for managing more space due to bigger size of files. And here comes the thought of maintenance for BIM model. Because besides having some rules, it's also important to choose which information necessarily needs to be physically part of BIM model. And maybe there could be also some filters for that. With this demand, we will introduce a reference manager in Allplan, and it will support various file formats. But of course, with main focus on IFC reference with some further nice features. Here is the example how it currently works in Allplan. We have a situation when we don't want to import anything, just want a geometry check of two separate models. It means for this case that we need just something like a viewer in Allplan, and we can add some remarks or report issues. We can of course use a viewer, but we need to open extra window, use the right viewer, maybe need to export the latest version again of our master model, which really doesn't sound like working effective. So we can choose what we can see directly in Allplan and add custom XREF, referenced IFC file. Check what is needed and job is done. But it is, of course, not everything for IFC reference. We are preparing more functions which will make life easier as, for example, preview of IFC file, checking attributes and filtering elements. Also, with XREFs, we are thinking towards CDE platforms where should be connection directly from the BIM Plus and probably other services with package of Allplan Cloud. Because BIM Plus is just one part of the cloud. Well, let's see. Allplan Cloud combines the functions of BIM Plus as well as the previous individual products, means Allplan Share, Exchange, and Workgroup Manager. It is cloud-based model management tool containing other applications as IFC Viewer and services as AutoConverter, which will be introduced for exchange with static solutions. We are working on more integrations with other Nemetschek brands, as for example, we currently have integration with Solibri Insight. But of course, we are still staying open to different ideas of clouds, which may be cloud-based solution from BIM Collab. BIM Collab is another issue management tool in Allplan, so that the users can connect to their BIM Collab project directly from Allplan. With a dedicated palette, they can create and edit issues without necessity of manual BCF import-export, which users with restricted cloud environment will for sure appreciate. With the Allplan 2024-1 release, we accelerated checking processes, which means enhanced collaboration, and the amount of information that a single issue can contain is enlarged. Other benefits of smoother workflows are, for example, pointing to specific elements more effectively, view settings of an issue, create specific settings for colors, transparency, and visibility of object in the model. And this is all an advantage because now settings are stored within the issue and can be displayed across platforms. Well, and that's not the only new cooperation with different platforms. Those days, environmental topics are crucial, and there is need of being more responsible with the decision about whole building life cycle. So we offer now a new cooperation with life cycle assessment tool as is one-click LCA. This tool is integrated to Allplan as direct export to one-click LCA web, and that is how we can get the information about environmental impact of the chosen design and materials. In Allplan, we can add extra LCA attributes to help with more accurate analysis. When this is done, we can upload our project and get the results. And then on the website, there are more options how materials and objects could be classified. When we want to focus on final results, to choose the best design, it needs cooperation of more specialists who may use different software. And how can multiple different offices use that? Well, simplest option of getting data by uploading it as a table format, which is also no issue to export elements and object quantities offline to XLS for further analysis. When we go back to the project, we can get really quick overview where we stand with our building. Of course, the more precisely we define object, the more precise numbers we got in the end. But in general, amount of added information as level of detail or development should be matter of BIP, which is BIM execution plan. With more details, will be naturally the size of project increasing. Well, some time ago, this was discussed how to implement BIM with effectivity, but these recent years, the discussion is going further about the situation that analysis of data has reached a completely new level, which is nothing else as AI. If we are talking about future, there is no way how to avoid this topic, because for getting reasonable decisions, it is a powerful tool. Well, anyway, AI analysis is being already used. And with easy and available various type of analysis, data science, we may get back to the beginning and actually be again overwhelmed with a long list of deep data analysis. And it is a complex problem. What maybe a ChatGPT thinks about this situation? A future of software interoperability, including the response that it's unpredictable, but it's interesting that it thinks besides the rules and standards about its own limits. What gives us notion how to deal with the issue of load of analysis? It's easy to think that AI systems can seamlessly exchange data and insights with each other, enabling complex and intelligent decision-making processes as future of perfect interoperability. But still, what is the source of the information base? It could be project, what we set as good or bad example, quality of the data or quality of performed analysis. So As final thought is what maybe ChatGPT said, governments and regulatory bodies may play a role in shaping the future of software interoperability through the standards, regulations, and legal frameworks that promote openness, fairness, and competition in the digital ecosystem. And that's all. Thank you for your attention.